So I'm back with Gare and Steph, and Gare has like a really exciting icebreaker. So I've just been in suspense.
Same.
hmm I feel like we talked about how we're all continuously moving and like how we prefer to read our books,
Uh huh.
whether it's like audio,
We're
Kindle,
moving.
hardcover, paperback,
Oh,
whatever the case may
Did he
be.
freeze for you?
So
yeah.
I thought
Okay.
you
I
should
thought he was
take your
pausing for dramatic
preferred
effect.
way of reading a book. Am I glitching?
Okay, now you're
Yeah.
back. You were frozen like this.
You're like,
So we thought you were pausing for dramatic. We were both like,
It just hangs up.
we're like, wait, no, he's frozen.
um
So
we
we got
all
to the part where you were like, so you know how we all have our preferred way of reading books. That's where you cut off.
yes.
Yes. Okay, so we all have our preferred way of reading books, and we've talked about how like we dive in and out of like different areas, whether it's like Kindle, hardcover, paperback, audiobook, whatever. So I want you to take your preferred method of reading and give me a pro and a con of it
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
for all of the bookish girls.
So audiobooks are definitely like I can't say that they're not my favorite at this point. I don't know why I phrased
Right.
it that way. They are my favorite. It's how I'm able to fit it in right now, so that's even more a part of why it's my favorite. A pro. I mean, I have so many, but one is like I discovered that it's actually easier for me to not scroll with an audiobook. Some people have asked me like I feel like I would just scroll and then like forget, and it's not like I never ever do. But for the most part, what's kind of nice about it is like, especially at night when I'm finally done with work, I can just put headphones in and someone reads to me and I can like not even have my phone in my hand. Or like sometimes if I'm reading on my like Kindle app on my phone, I'm even more tempted to just like pop on over to Instagram for a second.
Mhm.
And so I actually learned that like in general with audiobooks, I can turn it on and then not have my phone like all that close to me. So that's one of my big pros. Also, the obvious one is I can listen while I'm working on stuff that doesn't have audio. So that's like the savior part. The con, I just finally found a really specific one, is especially when I'm reading fantasy. So there's like world building and like the places are made up and the names are made up. Sometimes I'm like, I want to see the text of like what this, because you don't know what the word is. You're just hearing it and you're like, how did the author spell this? Like, what is this word that they keep saying? So that was my like one thing where I was like, sometimes they have PDFs with audiobooks, like if there are maps or like with nonfiction, sometimes there are like references or whatever. And I'm like, I need the fantasy books to do like a glossary of the names PDF for the audiobook version because it is a little bit harder to like learn what these words are since they're not real words.
That makes sense.
Gary, you
So
should go next.
Um I am a paperback boy. I love a floppy
Boomtown.
paperback. Boomtown. Oh my god, So I'm a paperback person. I just feel like paperback for me, like the con or the pro is that it's like very easy to like hold and like cuddle up with. Like I can't cuddle up with a hardcover because like the dust jacket gets in the way or like the cover's too hard and like it just like hurts my dainty little wrists. So I do prefer a paperback, but I'm realizing how easy a paperback can be to damage.
Yeah,
I
that is
dropped
the
a paperback the
trade-off,
other day and I
especially like
have
good floppy ones.
yeah, like I dropped a paperback the other day and I ripped one of the pages right here and I was
Mm,
like pissed. And
yeah.
then I had a stack of book mail on my desk at work and I spilled my water bottle and like now
Okay, so if you're on YouTube, we look different. This was another internet difficulty. It seems to be happening for everyone across the US right now. So we are on Zoom, but the last thing we were hearing from Gare was that he got water all over a paperback and that it was making squishy sounds when he went to try to read it.
Oh yeah, like it dried and I was like, okay, the ink like wasn't affected, but then like when I was reading it, it's like it was like
Oh,
super
like
like
stuck.
yeah, it sounded like I was like rolling an elephant through a bunch of like fall leaves.
That was really specific.
Thank you.
Oh man. I love all my little formats, but I think the con I can think of the most is like I also am an audiobook fan for a variety of reasons. Like if I am just not finding the time to sit down, it really helps me. But like I was reading a book the other day, listening, and as it got towards the end where like all the action was happening, I was multitasking too much and I thought I knew what was happening, but like
Yes.
actually I'm like, I really don't know if I really
Yes, I have had
understand. I'm
that.
like, and then and then sometimes I'm like, I'm not really sure what happened, but I bet it's a four. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
I think it was a four.
Yes.
And but then I've other times it's like I think there's ones where I want to go back and I want to re-listen, but then, sometimes it's like, you know what? I think I got the gist, and that's as much as I needed to devote. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? There's certain books like that.
Yeah.
The gist was fine.
Hmm.
If it makes you feel any
So,
better, I'm reading a physical book right now and I'm like not into it, but I'm like so far into it that I refuse to DNF it. I want to know how it ends. And
yeah.
I'm like, wait, did that really happen? Or is this like telling me something? And I was like, whatever. I just want to get to like the last chapter.
I
Seriously.
know.
It's
That's
really
what I'm
awesome.
saying. Sometimes it's like, I don't really care to know the exact.
Everything. Yeah.
Maybe that's a sign. Maybe that's a sign of its rating for me.
Yeah. That was a good question, though.
Oh,
Hmm.
dang.
I like that one.
Yeah, I will say a positive that I really like about Kindles is I love when your internet is on that you can like look up words. I love
Yes,
that so much.
Hmm.
I agree.
Well, that's what I was like thinking. Like, the thing that like annoys me is like, I usually have a book, like a physical book that I'm reading, but Kate and I did a buddy read
Oh,
like
yeah.
a few weeks ago, and I was alternating between my Kindle and the audiobook when I was driving.
Hmm.
And I was like, this is really working for me. But like the downside was I was like driving somewhere and then I had to wait a few minutes like inside of the hair salon. And I
Hmm.
was like, I can't listen to my audiobook because I don't have my earbuds. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? But like I if I had my book with me, I could like read more of it. So I was like, there's kind of like a pro and a con to like every aspect of like reading for me.
Totally.
But I was
Hmm.
just like, which one do we justify the most?
I know.
Yeah. Man, obviously, I have Audible, but I feel so conflicted. I get more and more conflicted by it every day since like Amazon is donating to this bunker ballroom and all of that shit. But nothing is as easy as the way you can do whisper sync. So if you have your Kindle version and the Audible version, like as an interviewer, I feel like I almost need that because like I can
Hmm.
make a bookmark in the audio and then go back later to that exact spot because it's just like all synced up so that I can go and highlight it. And I'm trying not to get all of my stuff from Amazon, but I also can't help it.
Well, I like that too. Like there was when I was doing Kindle Unlimited more and there was the
Yeah.
audio and the Kindle, like it would know
Yes.
exactly where you left off on one
Yes.
and started it. And I'm like, that is really
Like
nice.
it's how I read Separation of Church and Hate. I like listened and would make all my bookmarks like throughout the day, and then it was so easy to go through to prep for the interview because all the highlights were already there in the text form. So
Mm.
it's so useful.
Also, at the end of the day, though, like, what works best for your life?
That's
Do you
what
know
I'm
what I mean?
getting to. Like I
I
feel like
love you
I'm
so
doing
much, and you're such a huge part of my life. But like, if you stop shopping at Amazon, like, Amazon's not going to shut down.
they're not gonna shut down. I
You know what I
agree.
mean? Like, people are
It's my
boycotting.
OCD that's like, oh, you're bitching about rich people, but you still buy from Amazon. You can't do
Oh,
both.
I feel that way sometimes too. I think
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, but like you can't go to like a thrift store and get an
No,
audiobook. You know
no,
what I mean? Like it's kind of
exactly.
like the people that are like trying to cancel or like boycott or refuse to shop at Target
Oh,
are like,
yeah.
well, I'm going to Walmart now. And it's like, well, Walmart donated to
Walmart's
Trump's
not any
administration.
better.
So
Yeah,
like shop where it's convenient for you. Do you know what I
I
mean?
know.
Like,
I know.
whatever.
I
I love
know.
my
So I
Kindle.
was like explaining it to Tyler, and he was like, also, like, the authors get paid either way, right? And I'm like, yes, correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Like,
that's the place where some authors, it's the only place they are.
I know. And that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking about too.
Hmm.
So
I
I
had to
need to
think
let it
about that.
go. I still buy from Libro.
Yeah.
But I would part of why I was bringing that up is if anybody ever does discover a place that does something like Whisper Sync,
Yeah.
because nobody does yet. Like, I wish we could do it with Libby, the like library loan app. Like that would be really cool. But you can't. So if anyone ever knows of an alternative, let me know. Otherwise, it's
I
so
wish Libro
convenient.
and Bookshop would
I do
pair up.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I find very interesting is I don't think that there's audiobooks at Indigo, like the Canadian,
Mm-hmm.
because I was actually thinking of getting um the like, is it a Nook?
Mm-hmm.
I
The Barnes and Noble
whatever.
one.
There's like a Canadian, like the Indigo
Oh, Indigo has
e-reader.
one. Okay.
I think it starts with an N, but like I never see audiobooks as an option on there. So I wonder how that would
Hmm.
work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows?
Oh
But
my
yeah,
God.
if anyone ever knows of one, let us know.
The
Yeah.
Gone Girl audiobook is $58 Canadian.
What?
58?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I feel like you could find that one on a library app, like pretty well available because
Yeah.
it's been out for
It's
so
like
long.
13, 14 years old.
That's like 43 American.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Fuck that. And that's why I'm sticking with Amazon.
Right.
Like,
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, if that's what your options are, for
yeah,
sure.
those are three dog toys for Murphy, and he is not going to go without this Christmas.
I cannot believe
Amen. Woof woof.
Woof woof, little pumpkin.
for Gone Girl on Libby right now in our like Wisconsin area, there's 104 copies in use and 0 people waiting. Is that real?
It may mean
Probably.
that they just had bought that many rights years ago.
Oh yeah, hold place first in line.
If you love the Bookwild podcast so much that you'd love to be a part of a Bookwild community that gets early episode releases and no ads in the episodes, you need to check out my Bookwild Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it is a social platform where you can have exclusive content and community all in one space that isn't Instagram or YouTube. There are 2 tiers, and with the first tier, you get every episode a day earlier than the public with 0 ads. And the second tier is Bookwild's Backlist Book Club. When I started this, I just was not reading as much backlist. I had gotten into the NetGalley rut of only reading what was about to come out. And I was like, there are so many other books I want to read. So every month we choose a backlist book, we read it, and then we come together at a certain time and discuss it on the weekends. It's really so much fun, and I would love to see you there. Signing up is easy. Just follow the link in the show notes. Well, so you had some people asking you about this topic stuff, right? That's where we got to our choice.
I've just had a lot of people reaching out about
Mm-hmm.
it in general. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the concept of joining a book club recently.
Oh, okay. Well, that's cool that more
Like
people
lots
want
of
to.
requests for like just inquiries about wanting to come to meetings.
Mm,
Hmm.
nice.
That's fun.
Yeah.
So that was making us think about books we'd recommend for book clubs.
Like ones that have good can carry conversation for a
Mm-hmm.
while.
Hmm.
Yes. Yes. Oh, this is gonna be so fun.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
Well, I guess I always go first, even if it's not my topic, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
So this was the first one that came to mind, and it's because it's one that like I actually did talk to 2 people about it after I finished it, but like when I was reading it, I was like, I need someone else to read this so I can talk to someone about it. But it's called Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wang. In a city powered by magic and built on hidden costs, an ambitious mage and her outcast assistant uncover a secret that could unravel the foundation of their world. As Skyona fights for acceptance in a system that's never accepted women, she and Tamil must decide how much truth and how much of themselves they're willing to sacrifice to expose the dark forces sustaining their civilization.
Ooh.
So I kept seeing this one. I can't remember what it was. There was some dark academia I read, and I think that's what was like making it show up in my recommendations more. And then actually, it's kind of funny because I was just editing a bunch of content for Lane, and when we were recording in the bookshop with her, the book was like right in front of me the whole time. And I was like, I've got to read it now. And then
That's
it
so
ended up being
funny.
one of my favorites, but it's it people compared it definitely is similar to like Ninth House and Hellbent, like very similar feelings, but not it's not modern times. It's not I couldn't tell what time period it's supposed to technically be. But like Ninth House, Hellbent vibes, and also Academy for Liars that I talk about a lot. It really reminded me of that version of Dark Academia with some fantasy and horror elements that I seem to really like. And it like addresses like philosophical issues, theological issues. Like it is so fantastic. It's just really, really, really good. And it also, if this appeals to anyone, after I finished reading it, I was like, you hear about people saying like don't just be an ally, be an accomplice. And I've been like hearing that phrase
Yeah.
more, and I'm like, oh yeah, that is true. Like do something about it too. This book is the example of being a motherfucking accomplice, so if that appeals to you, you need to pick it up. But
Cool.
I could talk for probably 3 hours about this one with people, so I think it would be good if that's your vibe. There's lots to talk about.
Damn.
I know. It's really good in audio too. I listened to it. And then I had so many bookmarks that I bought the book version so that I could highlight things and go back and look at it. I think it's not spoilery to say that the ending has this really cool examination of empathy and why it's so important and how empowering it can become if you like don't run away from it. So there's also that.
I think that sounds great.
Yeah, it
Like a
does.
like a
What
lot to talk about.
what like genre would you say it was?
It says dark academia, which apparently is an actual genre on Goodreads now.
Ooh,
Fantasy and I don't know what the other ones. I would consider it horror as well, like
okay.
minorly. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Very
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
Yeah.
Wow. I think like genre bendy ones are typically like there's a lot to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that
Yes.
too.
And I'm really realizing the fantasy, like what makes me tend to enjoy fantasy is when it's dark academia related.
Mm, yeah.
I also like feel like fantasy is more like timely
Mm-hmm.
than a lot of other genres and like its own like way where like it reflects like kind of what's going on in the world today.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Yeah, this one really did.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
Or it's like,
The 50% reveal is just so smart.
Mm.
damn.
That was what people were even responding when I was like posting in my stories about it. They're like, wait till you get to like 50%. And I was like, oh,
What was the title again?
Blood Over Bright Haven. It's by M.L. Wang. And she's like a kind of anonymous author.
Ooh.
I know.
Do people think that she's like another author writing under a pseudonym,
I haven't
or is there like
seen
any lore?
theories ever. I don't know. Like, I think it had like 10,000 reviews.
I always want that to be
It
the
has
case.
103,000 reviews
Oh,
on Goodreads.
okay. So that one has a shit ton. I was wrong.
Oh, sorry, 103,000 ratings, 22.5
Okay. But yeah, you're
reviews.
right. I was thinking about ratings. So yeah, a lot of people have read it. It came out in 2023, but I haven't seen any theories. She
Hmm.
has one other one called The Sword of Kaigen That was, yeah. People are saying that one's really good too, but it's really long, so I haven't picked it up yet.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Um, hmm.
Yeah.
Well, my little thriller junkie has a little segue for us then, because I I love John Mars. So do not get me
Mm.
wrong, like I would have picked this book up anyway, but the reason I picked up the book Keep It in the Family by John Mars when I did is because of the trending chapter 39.
Mm.
So like it's not like a spoiler because it's like there's merch with it. It's like all over TikTok. It's like a big thing.
I didn't
Um
know that.
yeah, there's like merch. Like I think there's like I've seen like t-shirts and like coffee mugs. I would love a coffee mug, but I don't really drink coffee anymore, so
Yeah.
a tequila mug. But chapter 39 of Keep It in the Family is just one word and it just says fuck. And
Hmm.
like it
Yes.
is during such a huge reveal in the story that I'm like, okay, I need to know why people freak out when they read a chapter that just says fuck.
Yeah.
So, but Keep It in the Family is about a young couple who is turning like kind of like abandoned, like run down home into their dream home. The wife ends up becoming pregnant, and then around that time, they make like a really gruesome discovery in the attic, and their dream home turns into a terrifying nightmare. And when I tell you, like, he's the sweetest man in the entire world, but like, homeboy writes some dark shit.
I know.
Yeah.
He's so sweet on Instagram. He and
He's
his
so sweet.
partner or husband, I can't remember. We'll say partner.
I'm like, oh my God.
I
Like,
know.
I cannot believe how dark this book was.
That was wild.
Yeah.
It was so dark and so crazy. Um, and yeah, I just couldn't get over how good it was. I think I started it like one of those things where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna dip my toes in it and like maybe read like 50 or 100 pages. And
Oh
then I was
yeah.
like up until like 2 o'clock in the morning and like didn't want to put it down.
Gosh.
Yeah.
I'm
And
like
Oh,
both
he
glad
just
that
sent me
I can
this.
most of the time sleep well.
ooh.
He just sent me this.
Oh,
His new
that's
one that comes out
exciting.
in January. John Mars is writing the darkest shit, and then he sends me a copy from the UK
We need
of
to have him
his new one.
on. I
I
need to
would.
read Keep It in the Family.
Oh, you haven't read it yet? I thought you
I haven't
did.
read that one yet.
Steph, did you read it?
Yes,
Uh-huh.
Steph has.
Oh,
Oh,
Kate, you will lose your marbles.
Oh my gosh, I have to. Okay.
it's
You're gonna
so
lose your marbles
I'm
at
just
the
like gonna
new.
stay up all night tonight.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your marbles at the new Noel Ely.
Oh, you said that. That's what I wanted
There's some
to
stuff in
get.
that.
I've been asked, I was gonna ask you what you thought because it just came out.
5 stars.
Were you
Five.
kind of saying that it was related to another one of them?
It's
It's
a
the
prequel.
it's the prequel to Ask for Andrea.
Mhm.
Okay, that's what you were saying.
So
And you
good.
said it would be better or it didn't matter if
Doesn't matter.
doesn't matter.
Have you
Oh,
heard?
really?
No, it doesn't matter.
Wow.
There's no there's no overlapping of the story.
Okay.
Mm.
So the way I would describe it is in Ask for Andrea, the saying Ask for Andrea is something that you find in bars if
Mm-hmm.
you need help. So it's
Yeah.
kind of like the angel shot that people talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like prominent throughout the story, but Forget You Saw Her is the origin story of Andrea.
That gives me
Okay.
goosebumps because that part of the story made me cry. Like
I feel like
the
I should read
helpers.
it that
The what?
first.
The
Sorry.
helpers. You know what I mean? Like the helpers always make me cry in
Same.
a good
Yeah,
way. Yeah.
yeah. But like even on the book it says it's like a standalone prequel, so like you could
Okay.
read Ask for Andrea and then Forget You Saw Her, or you could read Forget You Saw Her and then Ask for Andrea.
Okay.
Wow.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, yeah. So that's my shameless little. They would also be really good book club picks. Shameless
Yeah.
little plug.
Good to
Those are my
know.
those are my drive-bys
I
pretty
love
early
that.
on.
Yes,
I
drive-bys.
didn't even wait until the end.
That's okay.
I
All
feel like I
right.
talk about those two books so much. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I should include them, but yeah, they're really good. They're really good. Especially if you hate if you hate organized religion. The
Well,
second one.
you know I do.
The Salt Lake City housewives are going to be tossed.
Ooh.
Wait, where's the what's the title of her new one? My library doesn't have it yet.
Forget you saw her.
Okay. Middleton Library, recommend for purchase.
Where's it?
Please.
Here- This is what it looks like.
I'm adding it to my Spotify because I have like a bunch of hours.
What was the pub date for that? It just came out, right?
November 4th.
Fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 days ago. Okay. Added to my library.
My best friend Nicole has two kids under the ages of like 7 and under.
Mm.
And she read Ask for Andrea faster than she's ever read any book that I've recommended to her. And like randomly this morning, I got a text message at like I think it was like something absurd, like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. That was like, I'm 20% into Forget You Saw Her, and I'm so sad. Like
Oh.
she's like loving them.
My
Oh, I
God.
love that.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Check.
Oh yeah, I have 21 hours on Spotify right now, so I will listen to it there.
Go.
So good.
I don't know if I have I guess womanhood
Mm.
is a good segue. So some of mine are books that we did read in my thriller slash mystery based book club and ones that we had a really good discussion on.
Oh yeah.
Our most recent October meeting, we did do kind of like Halloweenish, so a little maybe more like horror based. And we read Witchcraft for Wayward Girls by Grady Hendrix.
Mm.
I'm not sure if I would have picked it up otherwise, which is like a nice thing about book club too,
Mhm.
is like
Hmm.
it kind of gets you to pick stuff up. The audio was very intense and like the reading of it was very engaging. And I don't know if have you guys read that?
No.
No, but I have it.
Oh,
Like I recently bought it and I'm like dying to read it.
I was
the
seeing divided reviews when it came out, is all I remember.
Yeah, which
well,
makes you
I
even
will
more
say
excited to read it,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
divided reviews make the best book club.
Exactly. There's
If
so much to
everyone
talk
likes it,
about.
it's kind of boring. I mean,
Yeah.
actually, I shouldn't say that. The Reformatory was not boring, and everybody
That's
really
a
liked it.
fair point.
But
Yeah.
in general, that helps.
Yeah.
But I would say it's like part historical fiction, because it's about a home for unwed pregnant women, young women. It's about witchcraft, and I think like because witchcraft can come in so many forms,
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
plus like this really intense and sad part of American and maybe world history. I'm not sure about how women who find themselves in that spot are treated. It
Mm-hmm.
was just like a really good discussion. And I will
Oh yeah,
say, I think
1970.
that like the fact, and I will say the fact that Grady Hendrix is a man writing that I thought he did great
That's
personally.
high praise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, to write about pregnancy and like there's some wild stuff in there. And you can tell
Oh.
he did some work.
Oh, I didn't even realize pregnancy was a big part of it. I'm just now
Hmm.
Oh
catching
yeah.
up.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy.
I
Hmm.
read the
The
Southern
vampire
Guide to
Me
Vampire.
too.
slayers.
I thought that
Yeah.
was such a fun book. And like it definitely gets dark and horror-y and like crazy at the end. But like I thought he did a really good job writing women in that book as
Mhm.
well. So I'm
Yeah.
really excited for this one. I'm looking at my copy now.
It is so fascinating. Like I have maybe for that there was between 15 and 20 people. So you're sitting there and it's like half the group thought the first half was slow. Half the group thinks the first half is the best part. Half the group thinks the ending was unsatisfying and the other half is giving it 4.5, 5 stars. So it's just
Uh-huh.
like I think that like the divisiveness is
Mm-hmm.
like fascinating for book club.
Totally. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I think it depends on the book too. Like when I read The Broken Girls by Simone St. James,
Hmm.
there are chapters that are in present time and there are chapters that are in like I believe like the 1950s in Vermont. And I
Hmm.
was like, I'm gonna struggle with the 1950s chapters because like I don't like historical fiction, but I really want to read this book. And
Hmm.
by the time I was done with it, I was like, I could have read an entire book of the 1950s in Vermont because I actually liked those chapters better.
Wow.
Agree. Agree.
So
I thought
like,
that was really
yeah,
engaging. Hmm.
sometimes you just like it was like very creepy and like sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's all I wanted in life.
that's true.
All I need.
Creepy and sad
Creepy and
books.
sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had, you know how like Storygraph will tell you they get like personalizes it and tells you like what you feel like it or not. A couple weeks ago, mine basically ended with like I can't remember what it was, but I sent it to Gare because it was essentially like this one has a little bit more of an upbeat tempo and hope compared to the social critique and bleakness you've been on a streak with. And I was like, I'm turning into Bleak Billings.
I love it.
Yeah, they really pin that. They'll be like, well,
They
lately you've been
do.
reading like slow burn, sad,
Yes.
blah. Like, really make one really check out what you're feeling for the if this one is a good fit, if that's what you're feeling.
It's really useful. It's
Yeah.
Mhm.
surprisingly good.
Yeah.
I've never used Storygraph.
I'll have
That's
Is
to like
the
I'll send you an example of it too because it's like
yeah.
it's nice.
Is the
It
personalized though? Is that in the paid function? Because I do pay for it.
it's not. I pay for mine
Oh.
too, but I started using it before I started paying for it. And then I got
Oh,
to a point
okay.
where I was like, I think it's like $4 a month and like I was just like, sure, like let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's support this.
Hmm.
So,
my Fable one is like funny because it says
oh
my
yeah.
bookshelf is filled with emotional journeys and thrillers that I'm learning how to solve life's mysteries and will master the art of emotional detective work.
Well,
Really?
damn.
And I was like, if you would have told me in 2025 that I was an emotional detective, I would have saved myself a lot of bullshit between about August and January. So,
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
I will emotional detect for you moving forward.
yeah, I'm like, now I don't want anything to do with any emotions. Fuck that, fuck him, fuck that.
Well, my next one, yeah, it's a jump. So but it's Dominion by Addie E. Kitchens. Um, and okay, so I'll just read the synopsis first. In the small town of Dominion, Mississippi, Reverend Saber Winfrey Jr. and his gifted son Wonder Boy embody power, privilege, and moral hypocrisy beneath a veneer, a veneer,
Ba ba
beneath
boom.
a veneer of faith and success. When a single encounter shatters their carefully controlled world, the women who love them must navigate the fallout, exposing how secrecy, shame, and silence shape an entire community. There is like it's a short book. It's under 300 pages. I can't remember if it's like it might be about 250. It's 7 hours on audio, but like the amount of things that she manages to bring up is so impressive. One, the perspective is almost entirely just from the women in these two men's life. And so the pastor and his like golden son, I'm using quotation marks for anyone who's just listening, they are just doing some real shady shit and getting away with it because people think that they're good Christians, essentially. And so she's kind of skewering that, but doing it by like kind of like it's voyeuristic. You're like they are the characters that are driving a lot of stuff, but we're never like in their minds. It's the
Yeah.
people that they're hurting, basically. Kind of like now that I'm saying that, it's actually kind of similar to Notes on an Execution. It's just like
Mhm.
not a serial killer. Um, but yeah, she kind of dives into like greed and hypocrisy and violence towards women because of insecure little men. So I think there's so much to talk about from this book. And the ending is like actually I just had Erin Ashley on last week And she and I kind of got connected after We Don't Talk About Carol,
Mm.
because we both read that, and she's friends with Kristen L. Berry, the author. So we had like just gotten connected, and then she told me she was about to read Dominion, and I was like, oh, and then I looked at the cover and saw that it was an Ouroboros snake going into a cross, and I was like, the imagery alone, you've got me. But there is a multicast for the audiobook. Like it's kind of a full cast.
I saw it at the library, and when I picked it up and saw the first couple pages, it almost looked like a document of some kind,
Yes,
like when you start. And I just like, I guess my question is I don't even know how to
it
ask
does.
this.
There is not mixed media continued. There's just this thing at the beginning that tells you the history of the church.
Oh, okay. Because it almost seemed like the way that it was, like how the writing was, I'm like,
Hmm.
is it going to take me a bit to like understand how it's written, or is it because it's old, like the document?
Yeah,
You know what
the document is just old,
Okay, because I'm like, is this going to be easily digestible for me to like without putting in like a
especially if
lot of
you did
brain power?
audio. It
Okay,
would be.
got it.
Yeah. It was
Got
so fun on audio. So it's like it's told through the perspectives of the women, but there are these like the things that are in between is you get to hear snippets from his like sermons. So you're just getting to hear what he's saying to the public about himself is told from a man's perspective.
it. Mm,
Um, but like they produce it like you're in church. There's like church like organ
that's
music going
awesome.
into it. So
Wow.
like in between the chapters, you like feel like you're in a church in the South. It's kind of crazy.
Gosh.
But yeah, it's fun and it's like very digestible. I remember with the audiobook being like, wow, that went by so fast.
It it's
Nice.
fairly new too.
Yes,
Yeah.
September,
August.
August.
Yeah, it just
Yeah.
came out. It's on the new releases. Mhm.
Yeah. Because that cover, like I was like, that cover looks kind of familiar.
I keep seeing it. Goodreads has it on
Yeah.
their like recommended short books right now. I saw the banner when I opened it up.
Oh, it's short.
Yeah, I think it's like 260.
Yeah, it's short.
240. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And like she packed so much in, and the ending, like I don't know what I'm trying to say without saying anything, but there's a lot to talk about
Mm.
with the ending as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That sounds good. I just added it to my want to read.
It's good. I liked it a lot.
Damn.
It's another one that reminded me of S.A. Cosby quite a bit.
Oh
Mm.
yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
I still need to read King of Ashes.
Oh.
What? Oh.
I
Yeah,
do.
that one's fantastic.
Yeah.
Mm.
You know, like there's
AJ's
something
even
about
read that one before you, Gare.
Oh, it is so
Crazy.
deliciously dark.
oh shit. Oh, well, I will.
Can I ask you a really huge favor? One of the biggest indicators in audience growth and podcast popularity is ratings and reviews. I am always going to be growing Bookwild and the range of guests that we're able to have. But the one thing that you can really do that would help grow Bookwild is rate and review on whichever platform you listen to. And if you do rate and review, send me a screenshot because I would love to send you some Bookwild bookmarks. Now let's get back to the episode.
If you're looking for batshit, crazy, insane thriller, I've got you covered in November. Best Offer Wins by Marissa Kashino is my next one.
Yes, everyone is talking
That
about
the red
this.
one? That's the red cover.
Yeah,
Yes.
Hmm.
I was so addicted. It's easily in my top five of the year.
Wow.
Wow.
It was so good. It reminded me of like the pacing is like so crazy. It reminded me of how I felt when I read Count My Lies by Sophie Stava.
Yeah.
It was so big. Like I think I binged it in like 24 hours.
Oh, that's the best.
It was so good, and the ending is fucking nuts.
Ooh.
Like I hate when people do this, but like I felt the ending of this book was as satisfying and twisty as the ending of Gone Girl. Like
Whoa.
that was the last time I had like an experience where I was like that ending knocked it out of the park for me.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
God,
yeah,
it's still sitting on my pending shelf on NetGalley. What the hell?
I know.
Which one
Stupid.
did you request? Because
Um,
I got the
the
audiobook
ebook.
approved last week.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I
Yeah.
think
wow.
it was the ebook.
Yeah, I
Mm.
Oh,
just got the audiobook.
hmm.
I bet it would be good on audio because it's gonna be a Hulu series, I think,
Oh, wow.
with Greta Lee.
Yeah, oh yes, we did talk about that. She's
Yeah.
amazing.
Um, oh, it's okay. So if you made it this far, it is
Yes.
actually about after months and months of no luck trying to find the perfect home in the Washington, D.C. area, like more like the suburbs. Um, a woman and her husband get a tip about a house that's going to be going on the market in like this perfect neighborhood, and she becomes obsessed because they've been looking for like months and months and months and like
Mm.
just like keep like not getting the house that they want. But this one is like perfect, neighborhood's perfect. So she becomes obsessed. She stalks, she trespasses. She is not letting anything get in the way of her getting her fucking dream home. And like homegirl is batshit crazy, but you also are like rooting for her the entire time. And it like, I don't know, it was just so good.
It's under 300 pages too.
Yeah,
280.
it's very quick and it's it's like hard to like stop. You know what I mean? Like you're
Okay.
like, oh, like one
That's
more
what
chapter, my
everyone
ass.
says who
Yeah,
reads
one
it.
more chapter, my ass. No. Because like something happens and you're like, Margot, what are you doing? What's next?
Are the chapters short?
I would say they're like mid.
Mm,
Like they go by, I would say like maybe like 8 to 10 pages. Some
hmm.
of them are probably shorter. I think like a couple are like a little bit longer than that. But like there's so much happening that like they seem like shorter chapters, but I don't know. It's
Wow.
just so freaking addictive. I was like, this is crazy.
Approve me.
Seriously.
Yeah.
So annoying.
Like I want a finished copy of it too. I have an arc of it, but I want
Mm.
like a finished copy of it because it was just I think she will be an auto buy author for me. Like when her second book comes out, I will be like,
That
give
is
it to
so
me, man.
exciting.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
love
she's
that.
just like
Give it to me
extremely
now.
talented. Yeah.
She's
Oh my
beautiful. I just saw
She is
her author
beautiful.
picture.
She is beautiful. She's very nice too.
Oh, even better.
Like it's just like very like strange to me when
God.
like I post something in my stories or something and somebody's like, "Oh my God, thank you so much. I'm so glad you liked it." And I'm like, "How the fuck did you write this book and expect people to not like it?" Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, girl, this is fantastic.
My
Good for you.
gosh. When I looked it up, I was like, oh yeah, she is so pretty, but she looks like Greta Lee. And it is Greta Lee because it's getting adapted.
Oh
And so I'm
yeah.
like, wait, where's the
That's
author?
hilarious.
Like, oh my God, there she, oh yeah, that hair's nice.
Yeah, her hair's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Well, speaking of Unhinged and Wild, um,
Yeah.
another one of the probably in two book clubs we read this, and it was one of the higher rated ones, typically, was Lisa Jewell's None of This Is True.
Yes.
Um,
Oh, good
people
one.
really liked it. Um, you will find out though who like really struggles with things not tied up with a bow.
Yes.
Hmm.
So, I think some people have learned that that's like really hard for them. I don't know if I really care. I mean, I guess I don't know, but I think that's always the fun of like discussion, I guess.
Yeah. Most of the
Um,
time I'm fine with it.
yeah.
Hmm.
Also,
Me too.
I have not listened to this, but I've heard the production's incredible because I
Same.
think they really make it like a podcast and
Mm-hmm.
it's really like well produced. But this is about a true crime podcaster and she like somehow becomes like friends-ish with this like really weird woman named Josie, who's probably one of the more memorable characters I've read in general. Um, and
Yes, she is.
Josie's just a fascinating woman, and her family is crazy. And it's like, what is true?
What is true?
It's
None
true.
of it.
Yeah. So I think that that was just like a really fun. I've seen really cool pictures of book clubs where like everyone dresses in denim and does like
Yes.
it has like a stuffed dog and has like birthday celebrations. There's just like fun things you could do with it if you're that type of book club.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know.
It's
But yeah.
really good.
Such a good one.
I do wish I
Yeah.
had known about audiobooks back then, or that they would have
Yeah.
worked for me.
I probably would have liked that one on audio too.
Yeah, I think you would
I
too.
like I feel like is it I think it should be on screen for sure. I don't
Yeah,
know if
I can't
they're going
remember which one is
to.
getting adapted right now. One of them
Is it the
is.
family upstairs?
Maybe it is.
I don't know.
I don't know which one's getting
I
a
feel
dub.
like I've heard it about all of hers. Like
I
I
feel
feel
like
like
yeah,
but
yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
also true.
Yeah.
I also I also can be like when you were like mentioning that, I was like, oh shit, like what's like side am I on? But like sometimes if things aren't like wrapped up or answered, I'm like, oh, I'm so pissed. And
Hmm.
then like other times I'm like, oh, I kind of like that this is like up to my own like interpretation or like what I like think is happening. But I
Mhm.
also think it like depends on the author. Cause like
Yeah.
Lisa Jewell doing that, I'm like, you're a fucking genius. But like there are other people where I'm like, you
You
gave
just
me
couldn't think of an
300
ending,
pages.
could
Yeah.
you?
Girl, girl. You read it here, ain't ya?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just like, you fucking made me read 300 pages and you copped out. But like Lisa Jewell's a
Yeah.
goddess, so whatever.
Well,
But
that's what I think if you do it well, like you just finish the book and you're like, "Oh, yeah, that's you still liked it." But if I think
yeah,
if you're like mad, it's probably like the quality. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it's
yeah.
just
I feel like some books too, it fits how the story was told and like the message. And then with some, I sometimes I feel like you sometimes it feels like they gave me enough information for me to also kind of feel like I'm like, I think I know what happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
It is
I agree with
interesting
that.
though.
Uh-huh.
It is None of This Is True is in production with Netflix right now.
really okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good girl.
Yeah.
oh. Also, when I think speaking another drive-by, by the way, Paper
Uh-huh.
Palace. That one I had to Reddit deep dive because I was like, "I'm sorry, what?" And then I texted Gare too. I was like, I have opinions about with this.
I also feel like there's like so much that happens in the Paper Palace
Hmm.
that like if you're reading the jacket cover to that and you're like, "Oh, I wonder who she ends up with." And then you read the book and you're like I feel like it was like kind of like a little bit of a middle finger from her to be like if you're reading this to see like a love triangle or who does like the woman end up with, like this wasn't the book for you.
Mm. It's
Like
about like
this
so
is
much more
not
than that, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
like
it's
this
like,
is not a love story, guys.
yeah,
Right.
not
Oh
that's
my
the point.
God.
Not the point of this assignment.
And it's also like funny because like I was like I felt like when I finished it, the ending was very like cut and dry. Like it was very obvious that she made one choice, and then like Steph was like bringing up points, and I was like, okay, like I can see where you're coming from, but like I'm a little bit of like a cynical kind of girly.
Yes, that was like the
I was
Ashley Flowers
I-
one.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'll
I
go
remember
peep in
that
here.
one people were like all up in arms about. I don't know if I actually, like for that one too, kind of like Lisa Jewell, I'm like, I don't know if I'm mad. I think I'm just
Yeah.
like, oh, that's
Yeah.
not what I expected, but I'm not like mad.
No.
Oh, mad.
It fit the
Um,
theme.
well,
Hmm.
actually, the answer to that question of the first Ashley Flower book is in the Target edition of The Missing Half.
Yeah.
What?
Because you
Really? I didn't
texted
know
me
that.
about it.
Yeah, there's a bonus chapter exclusively for the Target edition, and it gives you the answer to what happened at the end of All Good People Here.
Hmm.
What did you find it worthwhile extra chapter? I think some extra chapters, I'm like, I didn't need that. You couldn't.
I think it could have been included in the book and like would have been fine, but like me getting excited over the bonus chapter and then like reading it, I was like, meh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know.
Like I read the Verity extra chapter. I bought like that new edition and I was like, I think I liked it the original way more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This one. I feel like if you are on like one end of like what you think happened in All Good People here, you're gonna be like, oh. And then if you're on the other end, you're gonna be very happy, but you're gonna have a lot of questions.
Oh. Also, the paperback of Lisa Jewell, None of This Is True, has a bonus chapter as
Mm,
well
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't
from
either.
Erin's perspective. So,
Oh,
not that I really remember a whole lot about the story, but I know Erin's perspective would be interesting.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a good
'Cause
pick.
it's one of the daughters, right?
I thought
I
it
think
was,
so.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like any Lisa Jewell is also a very, very, very good pick.
yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
she never lets me down.
Mm-mm.
She's just readable, you know what I mean?
She really is.
Yeah.
I
She's
saw
my
like an
slump buster.
I saw an interview with her on TikTok yesterday where
Mm-hmm.
like somebody asked like the question that like I always love to ask someone where they're like, have there ever been any books or storylines or something that happened in your book where you were like, did I take this too far? And she was like, every book that I write, I think this is too dark and my readers are going to abandon me. And
Mm-hmm.
she's like, and then they're like, this is my favorite one. She's like, I thought no one was going to read The Family Upstairs and they were all going to hate it. And it was like super popular. And she's like, and then None of This Is True. I thought like, I was like, did I go too far? And like, that's my most popular book.
Yeah,
And I
Hmm.
was like, good for you, girl.
yeah.
Good for you.
I saw an interview with her where she said that one of her like dark horse books, I think one of her favorite ones and one that she thinks is really dark is I Found You. And like I read that one, but like to me it wasn't dark, but like it's
I didn't think
interesting
it
like what
was.
she thinks. Yeah.
I didn't think it
Really?
was like super dark. I think the twist in the end was fucking crazy. And I think it's her most
I agree
atmospheric
with
Mhm.
that.
book. Yeah.
I remember like the vibes of that little whatever it was, beach house. Beach
Yeah,
house, I think.
totally. Hmm. Hmm.
Did you see that her new book is a spin-off of Don't Let Him In?
No.
What? You
Yeah.
mean her next upcoming book?
Yeah, like the one that comes out in like
Oh,
the summer is like a spin-off of that.
really?
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's got all the details.
It's Jane Trevally.
Her perspective?
It's her book.
Oh, that's what it's called?
Oh no, it's called It Could Have Been Her, but it's
Oh,
about Jane.
okay. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
was that one of
Interesting.
his that was like one of his first like
Like,
wives, right?
yeah.
Okay. Got
Hmm.
it. I'm
Fascinating.
curious for sure.
I'm
Me
so
too.
excited.
Well,
2026 is gonna be crazy, guys.
I know. It really
Ooh.
is.
I really
No,
have high hopes.
no, sleep till next year.
Seriously, I wish I didn't have to. Uh, I would read so much. Well, I apparently am just apparently my short ones just work really well for book club. But My Husband by Maud Ventura, lots of reasons. But a woman obsessed with maintaining the illusion of a perfect marriage begins to manipulate, test, and punish her husband in the name of love. But as her need for control deepens, she's forced to confront the terrifying possibility that her devotion has crossed into something far darker. Girly is neurotic about like making sure she pleases him and like has charts to like make sure that she makes his life easy enough. You really in her mind, you're like, "Oh my gosh." And then things start to escalate. And then there's the ending, which like you have to talk to someone about the ending. Like this is one where you have to. And I was like, that makes it perfect for book club because now everyone else is forced to read it and talk to you about it.
Oh my God. I like don't know where I was that I never like found this book, but I think that I've never read this and it sounds incredible.
I think you'll love it. You'll have to let me know.
They have it in my bookstore.
Oh,
No, they do not. Out of
I've seen
stock.
it. Like I've seen the cover a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she just had another one come out, Make Me Famous, I think, that I want to
Yeah.
listen to. Yeah, Make Me Famous. Well, it came out in 2024.
Oh.
Make Me Famous did, and then My Husband came out in 2021.
I clicked on Make Me Famous and it says it comes out in 2026. But
Oh,
I think
that's
that must have
weird.
been a different edition.
Yeah, maybe it is.
Um, oh, I really want to. You know what the funny thing is too is that like I don't want to be that asshole, but that cover doesn't give me
Oh, I know.
like how dark the book sounds like it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's why I think like I probably like
Same.
saw it and was like, oh, like it kind of reminds me of what the hell's her name? She did like Frank and Cleo, Cleo and Frank,
Oh,
like
yep.
the Blue Sisters.
Mm-hmm.
What's her
Mm-hmm.
name?
I do not know, but I know what you're talking about. The painting.
Coco, Coco Malors, Coco Malors. Is that it?
You're like speaking a different language to me at this point.
The Blue Sisters. Yeah, it's the Blue Sisters
Her
Oh
and
name's
yeah, Coco
Coco.
Coco and Frankenstein.
Malors.
Yeah,
Something in
Yes, it
Frankenstein.
does look like that
that's what it
cover.
kind of gives me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not a family drama like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does give like
Yeah,
feminist
I
film.
only ended up reading it
Mhm.
because both Hallie and then my book club friend Justine both loved it. So it was like I heard about it enough that I was like, okay, I need to listen to this.
I bet it's just like at the library if it's that old. But you never
Yeah.
know sometimes. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
like what book is so interesting? That Kevin something that wrote the book with like the kids that start on fire and like the cover is like a little girl with her like dress up and she's on fire.
Oh yeah,
The book's been out forever and it is like still on hold at the library.
that's
You know what I mean?
crazy.
Like it's just crazy how many years things can remain popular. Kevin Wilson, maybe.
That sounds
Nothing to see,
familiar.
Nothing to See Here, I think it's called. If
Hmm.
you see the cover, Kate, I think you'll recognize it.
Oh, I have not.
Oh, yeah. It's just like strange how long things will stand.
Yeah.
But wait, did you just talk about one? What did you just, oh, we talked
It's
about My Husband.
Gare.
Okay, Gare's turn.
Oh, um. Well, speaking of unhinged, I guess.
Mm,
Um, I think His and Hers by Alice Feeney,
Mm.
or anything by Alice Feeney, if we're
yeah.
talking about it, except for one, um, is like a very good book club pick. I don't like Daisy Darker.
It's okay.
I
I
mean I liked it, but it's not my favorite. It's like my least
no.
favorite, but I still like it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but His and Hers by Alice Feeney, I think, is an excellent one because not only is it dual POV, but there's like so much going on in the book, and like the synopsis like gives you like the tip of the iceberg with like
Yeah.
what the book's actually about. And you can take a little book club break and watch the Netflix adaptation when it comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a date for that yet?
I don't think so. That's what I
Mm-hmm.
know. I just keep seeing 2026.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, can it be like January 1st? Because that's how I want to wake up is on New Year's Day is like binging all the
That'd be
Yes.
amazing.
so I would love that. But after a young woman is murdered in a small town, a reporter is reluctant to take the case, and then the detective that is investigating the murder becomes a prime suspect in his own investigation.
Hmm.
And that's all I'm saying. And
It's
that's all I need.
so good.
It
It's
is so
so
good. I love
good,
that ending.
I
so
think that's
dark.
my favorite of hers. I
Hmm.
can't, sometimes I lie. I don't know if it's because it was the first of hers that I read, but like I know I loved that one too.
Yeah,
But
same.
his and hers also just so good.
His and Hers. Sometimes I lie. I'm a what the hell's the
Oh
name
yeah,
of
and there's
it?
rock, paper,
Rock, paper,
scissors.
scissors I actually did for a snowy like December book club. Like we
Mm-hmm.
tried to do a snowy one. And rereading that, like the audio was really good for like a reread.
Mm.
But there was like so much that I like forgot about, like so many twists and turns and like for it's really a pleasure sometimes like
Yes.
watching people read Alice Feeney for the first time,
Yes.
because she's just like in her own lane.
Yes, she
It's
is.
just like so fun.
Yes. I
Um,
completely agree. I'm in
I'm
pending
a
limbo for her next one.
Same.
We know you have one. Oh my
I heard
gosh,
that.
Lily! She's
Hey,
so
Lily.
cute. She is
I
so
think her most
precious.
underrated is I Know Who You Are.
Is that the
Like
black one?
a
The
lot of
yellow one.
it's black. Yeah, the original cover
Oh,
was black and it had like the shadow over half the woman's
Yeah.
face.
oh, okay.
That was like very divisive, so that would also be a good like a lot of people didn't like it, and then the people that did like it were like what is your problem?
Yeah.
And I'm a what is your problem? Me and Sarah Michelle Gellar, because Sarah Michelle Gellar actually blurbed that one.
Stop.
I gave it a
Yeah.
4. I don't remember tons about it.
It has celebrity and stalker in it and like a crazy
Yes, yes,
ending, and
yes,
I was
yes.
like, sign me up. That's
Yep.
perfect.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what I want. But yeah,
Sign.
she is I just love Alice Feeney with all of my heart.
Yeah.
She is a very important lady to me that I've never met.
Same.
Shocks me actually that
And
you
she's
guys
got really fucking cool style. But
I know.
she's like,
She lives in the UK still, right?
mm-hmm.
yeah, I think she's like DM'd me like, oh, I love this, or like, thank you. But like, we're not like friends, but
Mm-mm.
like, I also am like very intimidated because like you're writing, like, if I gave up all of my books, Alice Feeney would probably be the ones that I would miss the most,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
just because of the reading experience I get with each one of them. But I also am like very intimidated because like she has probably like top five best style that I've ever seen in my entire life. Like the way she dresses and her
Mm-hmm.
like taste in
Okay.
clothes, I'm like, girl,
Mm-hmm.
I need to look. I haven't really noticed.
She's very tailored, right?
she's very tailored.
Yeah.
She's very like classic. Like
Yes.
anything in her closet is never going out of style.
Yeah, I that's what I was remembering from what I've seen.
You remember in Mean Girls where like people are like, I saw Regina George wearing army pants and flip-flops, so I went and bought army pants and flip-flops. She no kidding did it to me. Like I hate the color red.
Uh-huh.
I don't
Same.
have anything red in my closet. But like she was wearing like an all black outfit with like a red like rain jacket or like some sort of like puffer jacket, but
Mm-hmm.
like all black under it. And I was like, am I
I
gonna
love
get like a
that.
red
I love
puffer
that.
jacket? Yeah, like
Yes.
do I am I am I
Well,
gonna
that's fascinating because she has 2 books with a red jacket.
Oh yeah.
oh,
So
she's just in.
Yeah. She's amazing.
I
Yeah, I
know.
love her.
It's cute too, like her and Lisa Jewell. I feel like I actually have no idea what their following is. I just assume that it's huge and they still like write like cute comments of like thanks for reviewing. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
think that's so cool.
Karen Slaughter too.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Karen Slaughter is really good at that.
It's like, oh my gosh, you commented on my post.
Yeah.
Little old
Sweet.
me. One of my favorite book club meetings I had was about Sisters of the Lost Nation by Nick Medina.
Ooh.
Um, one of the critiques I've heard of this one is like, especially if you do audio, I think there's like there are multiple timelines, but they're really not that far apart. So like to me, I was kind of glad I read the physical. Otherwise, I'm sure it would be good. It's just I think like the timeline issue.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it is about a young Indigenous woman who is looking to find the truth behind some disappearances from her reservation, including her sister. And it does have some like folklore and social horror in it. Um, and I really like that combo.
Yeah, I do too.
Mhm.
Yeah. And so this was another one too where people were like kind of surprised that he like wrote a teen girl so well. Um, and I always appreciate when like it's not obviously weird.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And so I don't know, I just thought I was like surprised with how much there was to talk about because I think just like the bigger picture, like the author's note is really good, but then also just like the little bit of storytelling woven throughout the mystery is just really good.
I
Storytelling, like
just got
indigenous.
that one because it was on sale through
Mm,
Audible a couple weeks ago. And now you're making me
yeah.
want to bump that up.
That's been on my list for a long time
Me
since
too.
we did the episode with
Oh yeah,
Vanessa
Vanessa,
Lilly.
like a year ago.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do
There
want
is this story about like
to.
a head that rolls around, which sounds bonkers. But like it creeped me out at night and I never have that happen to me.
It's
Like
pretty
I'm never
creepy.
like and I was like, "Oh, that's kind of like obviously like unrealistic that like a head would just roll around. Like that wouldn't typically like keep me up at night, but like
Yeah,
something about it, I was like, oh,
it's
okay. Oh,
creepy.
yeah, it's
Ugh.
creepy. Yeah.
There were some parts of the Buffalo Hunter that were like they were so visceral and gory where I was like, "Oh my God."
The Only Good Indians is like
I've
that
heard that
too.
one's similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Those seem to have similar like gore, adult themes.
Yeah.
Some of them are a little more high school-ish, but Hunter and Only Good Indians are not, is what I've heard.
Mhm.
Um, I feel like, I mean, I'm obviously a little biased here, but indigenous folklore terrifies the hell out of me.
I bet.
And it
Mhm.
always has growing up.
I'm sure.
Like, I am like, no, thank you. I do not want to go outside at night. I don't want to go into the woods ever. And I
Literally
don't like to
ever.
go outside when it's cold.
Mm-hmm.
No, thank you.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. I think that it all like stems from something, you know what I mean? Like everything has so much meaning, whereas like some storytelling you just like make shit up. But like I think
Mm.
sometimes when there's like so much like
It's like real
symbolism,
life inspiration. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's like more
Yeah,
scary.
Mm-hmm.
I
Or
think
there's
it's like a combination. Like, people probably wanted to keep their kids at home.
mm,
So they were like, don't go in the woods at night. Like, don't sneak out and do this. But like,
Right.
there's also like some stuff where you're like, somebody either was like tripping balls when they came up with this, or like, there's got to be like something going on because like some of it is like fucking terrifying.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For like no reason. Like, there's like skinwalkers,
Mm-hmm.
and like that's horrifying.
Yeah.
That like scares the shit out of me. But there's like a few that like I grew up with, like around here, that like if I ever experienced anything, something like similar to it, like I would probably turn agoraphobic.
Oh yeah. I will say Hunter doesn't have, it's not really folklore. It's just a vampire,
Yeah,
Mm,
a vengeful vampire.
yeah,
I guess vampires are kind of folklore, but you know what I mean.
yeah. Is
yeah.
the vampire like an antagonist or a protagonist?
That's a good question. An anti-hero,
Is that
probably.
a spoiler?
Like, it's kind of like it's like the big question of the book, and the
Oh,
layers are
yeah,
like we start off with a woman who her great grandfather was I think, Lutheran priest in like the 1920s. I think it was the 1920s. No, it might have been like 18 something still. I don't know, sometime close to that time period. And a historian like unearths his diary because it was like in the walls of the church that's now being torn down in that location. So she goes to like read it. And so then she's reading her great grandfather's diary. And then in his diary, he's telling the story of this like year where a Native American man, I think that's what I can't remember. I mean, he also uses slurs sometimes because of the time, but he starts coming to church and says he needs to confess everything he's done in his lifetime. So, and then so then from the audio, you like go from this daughter narrating it to then when it is like the priest's diary, he's reading it. And then when we get into the journal entries where I can't remember what the vampire's name is, but then when he's confessing, then it like they do this crossover thing with the audio where like they're both talking for a little bit, but then it transitions into this third person. So with audio, you feel it even more, but even just as a story, it has this meta voyeuristic thing where it's like the granddaughter perceiving her great great grandfather, and then what the grandfather's perspective was of this vampire, and then what the vampire is telling him is like another perspective. So you're kind of trying to figure out who is good and who is bad is like a big question in general. It's very
Fascinating.
cool. It's very
Yeah.
bleak and very gory. So there's that.
Wow.
Yeah.
To it.
So that was not my recommendation, but I ended up talking about it like it was.
Drive
Um,
by.
my next one, I had to include this one because I'm having it's I'll explain after. But Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir, I think. Um, one of them, I mean, it's God tier audiobooks. Like it's its own thing. I'm so happy that that's how I consumed it. But when scientist Ryland Grace wakes up alone on a spacecraft with no memory of who he is or why he's there, he slowly remembers that he's humanity's last hope against extinction. As he races to solve an impossible cosmic mystery, an unexpected ally offers him a chance, not just to save Earth, but to rediscover what makes survival worth fighting for. The story itself is also fantastic. Like the dude knows how to write a book. The audiobook is such an extra emotional ride, and I can't spoil stuff. So mostly what I'll say is it's really fun because every now and then on TikTok, like certain book talkers, or I'm just following someone new and catching it, but people like document themselves reading it since it's such a popular, it's so highly recommended. And people will like document themselves going through it. And it's like so fun reliving it over and over again because so many people post about it. But you want to talk about it so bad because there are so many moments, and then it's way more emotional than you think it's going to be. And then there's just this whole other aspect that I can't tell you about that, like, readers across lots of genres all seem to love so much. So it's always fun talking with someone who has read it. So I think it would be perfect for book clubs.
I
Has over
bet.
1 million ratings on Goodreads.
It's
What?
insane. It is so popular. And like anytime you do a search, like Google or TikTok, like if you search like what are the best audiobooks, everyone talks about Dungeon Crawler Carl, which I still have not been able to convince myself to start, but people rave about it. But people also rave about Project Hail Mary. And I was like, really? And then I'm like, oh, I get it. So it's like one of those that like across genres, you always see it recommended. And then the movie's coming out, I think March of 2026.
Do you think it's digestible for people who like don't read horror or sci-fi or fantasy?
So it's only sci-fi. And I can't tell. I felt like it was accessible. There are plenty of reviews that are like, not really. Like I didn't care.
Hmm.
I didn't care. And I was like getting confused. So I've seen those reviews, but I've also seen people say, because like I ended up feeling like, oh, it still wasn't very sciencey. Like it's there, but I followed it all, I enjoyed it all, and there's so much humor and wittiness maybe that it's just really fun the whole time you're reading it. But I've also seen people who are like, it was too much. I've also seen some people who are like, I was scared of the science and like this was really easy. So I don't 100% know.
I'm like intimidated by science fiction, but
I think
I
it's really understandable and it might be worth it to try it with audio is the other thing.
true.
I have a lot of the people that I follow that are on Goodreads that like don't typically read this genre. Like a lot of them are like, I can't believe how much I loved it.
Yeah.
Um, Even if it wasn't a 5 star, it was usually a four. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, for
Hmm.
people that I'm following.
I only have one person who I'm friends with on Goodreads that gave it a 3.
Mm.
But it's somebody that I don't even like. So
Oh, there you go.
no, maybe I'll pick it up. I feel like it's like one of those things that I just like want to have for like when I'm in that mood.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And my bookstore has 3 copies of it.
It's
Oh,
so good.
So maybe when I go get Murphy's Christmas bow tie on Saturday, I'll pick myself up a copy of
Oh,
it.
was that at a
that's so
bookstore?
cute.
No, it's at the pet
Oh,
store, but
okay.
it's all I'm going to get buffalo cauliflower tacos for lunch, and I'm going to get books, and then I'm going to go get Murphy's Christmas stuff.
I love it.
I usually save the best for last. And I think if you can stomach it, my number one book recommendation would be American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis,
Mm,
Fair.
because there's so much to discuss with like social commentary,
Mhm.
satire, and also like I feel like the ending is very divisive.
mm,
And
I'll
people are
do
either
it.
like, I believe this, I believe that. Similar to the movie, obviously, but the thing that I like is that there are so many people who like, no matter what you think happens in the end, like people will search through this book for examples.
Ooh, it's like we used to
Tiny,
live here.
yeah, like tiny examples. They will be like, this is why like this, or like you could be like, well, what about this part? How do you explain that? And then they'll have like a reasonable answer. So like American Psycho fans, no matter how you feel about the ending, are just lawyers in training,
Ah,
as far as I'm
I
concerned.
love that.
And if you don't know what it is,
Oh
it's
yeah.
about Patrick Bateman, who is one of the Wall Street elite in the 1980s. Manhattan, he's young, he's sexy as fuck, and he seems to have it all, except for the fact that he is a brutal serial killer who hunts the streets of New York at night and no one is safe.
That
Damn.
sums
I
it
like
up.
really want to read it.
I got the
It's like
audiobook.
5.99 on Audible right now. I
Yeah,
just
You did.
got it.
I got the
I
audiobook. Pablo Schreiber narrates
yeah.
the audio.
Mm-hmm.
I love that.
Me
The
too.
only person I wish I thought maybe would do it is Bret Easton Ellis, but that's okay.
I
Just because
could
he,
definitely, you know who I think would have been a really good choice is Jake Gyllenhaal,
oh,
just for like the audio.
Yeah,
yeah,
I do like his voice.
Like, I feel like if you've seen him in like Nocturnal Animals,
Yeah.
where he like, or anything where he like loses his shit,
yeah.
he would have been really good.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I think he can kind of pull off that like snotty elite and also like really ragey.
Yeah.
Like,
Whoever picked Pablo Schreiber watched him in Law and Order, because he was in
oh,
SVU.
hmm
And he had like a very long like character arc with
yeah,
Olivia Benson.
yeah. He kept coming back.
And I was like, this is the most terrifying fucking villain I have ever seen. And I have watched every episode of all. I'm on season 26 right now of Law and Order SVU, and he like still is like the most terrifying person.
I don't even know who we're talking about. I'm having to.
He's if you
Yeah,
did you watch Orange is the New Black?
Oh, yeah.
he was
Oh,
the
he's
pervy.
porn stash.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
so he's been in like more stuff, but that's
Okay.
probably
yeah,
like most recognizable.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah.
Nice.
He was
He's
also and I think I'm not positive. I think he was one of the voices in Daisy Jones, if you listen
Oh,
to Daisy
I
Jones.
didn't. It was
I think
before my audiobook days.
oh yeah, there was some that was a all famous people.
I
So,
know.
damn.
um so how many were we doing? This is our last one still?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah,
So my quick drive-bys are Don't Forget the Girl by Rebecca McCanna.
No, that's a good
good
one.
one.
I will say if you are running a book club, to each their own, but sometimes if there are people that have not really read that many dark books,
Yeah.
just like give them a heads up. But S.A. Cosby, All the Sinners Bleed, I think would be
Oh,
good.
yes.
And The Last Housewife was good, but that was very dark, very dark.
Yes.
Um, but great for discussion.
Someone asked
Um,
me what my favorite thriller was recently, and that was actually like, that was what I said. Last
did you?
Housewife.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think the last book I'm talking about is to the point of if you happen to know and are able to support a local author in your area, a lot of times they do love coming to book clubs.
Oh yeah.
So we've had a couple, but one that I had like a really great turnout was for Northwoods by Amy Pease.
Oh yeah. I
It
remember
was a Book of
seeing
the
that.
Month Club book, and um, it's definitely more of like a crime fiction book that takes place in like northern Wisconsin, and the main character is a veteran who has some like PTSD, alcohol issues and stuff, and then it's like, is he at full capacity to be doing his job, and like his boss is his mom. So like it's really interesting. I think like the flawed characters,
Yeah.
emotional ties can really give more to talk about in
Yes.
the thriller genre, especially when it's a book club book.
I know.
Um,
Sometimes there's not as much to talk about when it's just like
Popcorn thrillers are
fast
really hard,
pace and
like
stuff.
really hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like it's sometimes when you're like, okay, we're here for an hour, and then it's like, yeah, I liked it. It was crazy when this happened.
Yeah, I
It's like,
know.
oh, okay.
Yes, I've run
Um,
into that.
yeah, so I think like sometimes having more layers is helpful, but I
Just
would
topics.
like,
Yeah,
if you can support the locals, I think a lot of times they love
that's
to.
cool.
The one thing I will say, and every author is a little bit different, if you want like free flowing like critiques, then maybe don't invite the author. Like it's
Yeah.
True.
just a different conversation, obviously, if the author's
Mhm.
Yes.
there.
It's a lot different.
Yeah. So I don't know. Amy was super cool. Like, I mean, that book is like so well received in general,
That's awesome.
but she's like, I have thick skin, like you can ask me whatever, like, and I
That's
love
cool.
that when authors do that.
That's awesome. I love
Yeah.
that.
Mm. Who else has drive-bys?
I had one drive by.
Yeah, I do too.
You go first.
Well, mine is Allegedly by Tiffany D. Jackson because
Ooh.
talk about an ending that needs to be
Oh my God, I
talked
still need
about.
to read that. I still need to read
There's
that.
the
Ah.
ending, and then there's like what she said throughout the whole book
Yeah.
and why that leads to the ending and why it makes the ending really complicated. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know if you ever really know. Do
Yeah.
we? I don't know. It's
No.
kind of like American Psycho in that way. That's a really good
Yeah,
book.
it's very similar. Yeah, I would agree.
My delusional, I know what happened in American Psycho because I'm delusional. But like I also
I do too.
I
I think I have an opinion or which side I
I
want it
have
to
a
be.
very, very strong opinion and no one's gonna change my mind on American Psycho. Huh?
I was just
What?
being sassy.
I'll say after we turn it off.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Oh no, girl. I would never go what? Being sassy. I actually
no,
had
I
a
was saying I was being
oh
sassy
no,
because
I
I
know.
was
I was like,
like,
I would never come at you like that.
Oh.
Um,
I didn't think you were.
I did I did have that at lunch
I
today
have books that I feel that way about.
where I was like, what are you doing? And I meant like, what are you doing in general? And like this guy was like, I'm just getting up to go to the bathroom. And I was like, oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I just meant like in
That's
life
so
in
awkward.
Oh, I
general.
think I do that all the time. I
He's
like
also
suck
worked
at
with
my
me. He's
right
also worked with me for like 15 years. So he knows
Mm,
that like if I want to be a dick, I'll be a dick. And I've
yeah.
never argued with him once. He's like the nicest human being in the entire world. Um, Kate, you gave me this idea because The Butcher by Jennifer Hillier, I feel like is
Mm,
such a fun book club pick.
yes.
Mhm.
But I feel like it's also like one of her underrated thrillers
Hmm.
because it was only like a mass paperback until this year, and then they like had the
Oh,
new
really?
cover come out. And so now that they're reissuing like covers of hers, um, like more and more people are starting to like recognize some of her other titles,
Mm,
other than just Little Secrets and Jar of Hearts.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I think that would be a really, really fun one.
Yeah, it was a wild one to talk about too.
Yeah, because that's a fucking dark and wild story,
It's so dark.
and I love
Yeah.
it.
I was so like disturbed by his character.
Hmm.
And that doesn't always happen. Like that, there's like there's like a few books here and there that really make me feel like unsettled and like
Mm-hmm.
ugh, like ick. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
that was one of them.
Yeah.
Not in a bad rating way, just like a bad guy
Yes.
way.
Yes. I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah, it's a doozy.
Yeah, she goes
Yeah.
there.
She
Oh yeah.
always does.
I can't wait.
Mm.
Her like summer release is probably like my most anticipated.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
There's something about a carnival.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to do a
There's a carnival and a fucking thriller. I'm there.
we need to do our 2026 hopefuls in December.
Oh,
That'll
yeah.
be fun.
And our
Favorites and hopefuls?
2025 favorites.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be hearing more from us.